see a couple of you here. Yes, glad you're here. Gather yourself a couple of blocks or block-like things. And a towel to lay down to pad your knees up, or a blanket. If you have a traditional yoga blanket, grab that because that will help. And then grab a pigeon prop. If that means for you it's a bolster or pillow from your bed or pillow from the couch, or just a rolled up towel might be sufficient. But do have something for a pigeon, couple of blocks, and some padding for your knees, okay? And we'll start in 2 minutes on the dot. Hey Z. Good to see your face. Okay, we'll get started in a minute. If you just got here, hi Tony. Get yourself a set of blocks or something that will mimic blocks. Hi Antoinette. A blanket or something to pad up your knees, and a pigeon prop, okay? That might just be your blanket that you're gonna use to pad your knees, but if you have tighter hips, get something thicker and a little more substantial, okay? And when everyone puts their hair back in a bun, we'll get started. So, we're gonna do a fun twisting class today. Not only twisting, we'll have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but yeah, I'll just take you through practice without any explanation. But I'm happy to be here with all of you at my friend's beautiful studio called Mission Yoga in South Abington. It's so pretty here. And thank God for friends who have yoga studios where I can work and also reach people on the West Coast. So pumped you're all here. Let's get started, okay? So situate yourself on your mat in Virasana. That's the one where, before you do, pad up your knees, because we're gonna be doing a lot of kneeling stuff. And if you want to just have your knees feel happy and comforted, put something down for yourself, but know that it's not necessary. One of my teachers, Abby Galvin of the studio in New York, that's what it's called, the studio, never uses any padding, always discourages people from using a blanket or something, because when you put a bit of a load on a bone, Like if you've ever broken a bone, at a certain point, you have to jump on your foot to re-strengthen the bones in your foot. Same thing, your kneecaps will get less sensitive to pain and a little more dense the more you kneel on them without padding. So I'll let you find your way through that. But sit upright. Let's adjust the legs before we organize the spine. I want you to lift your right butt cheek and pull the flesh of your butt back as you internally rotate your thigh, and then do the other side as well so that you feel your sitting bones really pointy down into your block. And then take the heels of your hands to the back of your pelvis and just kind of roll forward on your sitting bones a little bit so that you feel curviness in your lumbar spine. And then slip your hands onto your thighs. You can turn your palms to face up like little cups. You can take your dominant hand on top of non-dominant hand and glue your thumbs together. You can turn your palms to face down. Whatever feels right for you. Close your eyes and just take a moment to move your attention and your awareness down and around the body in a way that you're just kind of scanning, checking in. You're taking inventory of sorts. Take note of how your physical body feels, because if you're paying attention, it'll feel different today, right now, than it did yesterday, than it will tomorrow. So know that you can honor yourself and what you're needing if you have that deep sense of listening always present. Shape and mold your practice today to be exactly what you need. Relax your shoulders, and let's all just take a deep breath in together. Slacken your jaw, open your mouth, and sound as you exhale. As you breathe in, open your eyes, reach your arms forward and up. I want you to interlock your fingers above your skull, squeeze your skull, and take a little mini side bend over to the right. And inhale, come upright. Little mini side bend over to the left, just easing ourselves in. Inhale, come upright. You can turn your palms to face in and look up. And then simply backstroke your arms and squeeze your palms together behind your rib cage and raise your arms up a lot. And then bend your elbows to interlock your fingers. Okay, keep a micro bend in your elbows. Firm your upper arm bones into one another like there's a band, a tightening rubber band around your upper arms. And then stretch the elbows a little bit longer as the arms move away from your pelvis. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, pull your fist over to your left waist, pin your elbows towards one another, and tilt your head over towards your hands. A couple of big breaths. Feel free to angle the head slightly differently so that you're feeling a targeted opening of any particularly tight or unhappy parts of your neck, top of the shoulder. And bring your head all the way upright. Leave your hand behind your back where it is, and use your left hand to unfurl your right fingertips as you twist towards your right side, okay? Pressurize the back of the hand into the thigh, and then peel your right upper arm further back and away from your ribs to facilitate a twist through the spine. And then I want you to just use your imagination to grow the left back up higher. As you exhale, roll the right chest further back. And do this one more time. Inhale, grow up through the left back body. Exhale, rotate, gaze over your right shoulder. And then turn to face forward. Reach your arms forward, interlocking your fingers, and stand up on your shins. And you'll draw your right knee into your chest, and then swivel it open. Step your foot down. Okay, now squeeze your heel towards your knee towards your heel. Go up with your arms and start to take your side bend over to the right.
Now this will be really challenging unless you're using your legs effectively. So keep that hugging in, that magnetizing towards the middle. Push forward with your pubis and then cut your top hip down more. Lean a little further and then break the interlock of the hands. Slip your elbow inside of the knee, and as you pressurize the elbow into the inner leg, it will give you like a launching pad to rotate your spine and gaze up towards the ceiling. You'll just take one big inhale and exhale. Inhale, come upright. Arms reach overhead. Lift your leg. Nestle your shin under the body and sweep your arms forward. The hands land on the lap as your butt grounds onto your block. Close your eyes for just a moment and just feel that energy running through your body after that little bit of information that you received through those physical postures. It will reveal more about where we're headed in our practice today. So just feel the body lighting up in specific areas. And take a big breath in. Exhale, you can sound if you want. As you breathe in, open your eyes, reach your arms forward, interlock your fingers, other way, arms come up and over your head. And you'll take a little side bend to the left for your exhale. Inhale, upright. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, come on up, turn your palms in, look up. Exhale, the arms circle back, squeeze your upper arm bones in so you feel the space between your shoulder blades really light up. And then bend your elbows, interlock fingers, left thumb on top. Keep that bend in your elbows as you elongate your arms, stretching them away from your back body, but pull your front ribs in slightly. Talking to myself there. And then pull your fist over to your right waist. Squeeze right elbow in and tip your head over towards the right. Take a couple of breaths as you're just kind of working out kinks in the side of the neck, the top of the shoulder. And then as you inhale, take your head upright and slip your right hand outside of your left thigh. Pressurize the hand into the outer leg. Pull your left arm away from your rib cage to help you rotate left chest. Gaze over your left shoulder. 2 breaths. Breathing in, growing right back up. Exhale, rotating left ribs back. And just one more. Heavier right sitting bone. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Inhale, turn to face forward. Reach your arms out in front of you. Interlock your fingers the opposite way. Stand up on your shins. Move your pubis forward already. Pick up through the front of the pelvis. Draw your tail down. You'll draw your left knee up and into your chest and open it to the side. Modified Parigasana, gate pose. Go up, squeeze your skull, and then start to side bend over with a long left waist. Now push up with the left heel of the hand more than the right as you cut your left sitting bone down. Push your pelvis forward, lean a little bit more, and then as you separate the 2 arms, slip your elbow anywhere between your elbow and your shoulder inside of the knee. Press it into your leg to help you rotate to any degree. Big breath into your right waist. Exhale, breathe out. Inhale, come on upright, arms reach overhead, lift the leg, set the shin back down and gracefully sit Virasana. Refine your seat immediately and close your eyes. While you feel this prana running through your body, this vital energy, be conscious of its presence. And together, let's breathe in. Exhale, empty out the mouth. Slip your hands to a prayer at your heart. Big breath in. flutter your eyes open. Okay. I forgot to mention one thing. It's like a weird thing to have to say out loud on the internet, but I'm dealing with some weird heart issues that are non-threatening, but it happens frequently. It happened yesterday twice while I was teaching. I had to stop. If you see me just like stop practicing and give myself a carotid artery massage, like don't be concerned. I have to stop and slow my heart rate down. So hopefully it doesn't happen today. I'm healthy, I'm safe. Just want to give you the heads up in case I do a weird thing and stop, okay? All right, take your blocks, situate them at the top of your mat, and then come into a downward facing dog, lifting your hips up. And then take the first few, several breaths really to get acclimated. You can pedal your feet, you can shift side to side, you can stretch out your waist, stretch out your rib cage, do whatever you need to do, but make it start to fit the body and you want to ease into these poses. You might feel really pliable today though, especially if you've been maintaining a regular practice. You might feel pliable and it feels good to kind of move a little bit deeper right off the bat, okay? But find your way. Some of you might really need to ease in, especially if you've been out of practice a little bit. And start to sound your breath for yourself so that you're taking really even inhales and exhales, and you're engaging the back upper part of your throat so that you're creating like a filter, almost like how an open hose letting out water would be different than if there was a filter on your faucet, especially to like slow the outpouring of water. So that's what we're doing in our throat with our Samavriti Ujjayi. It's creating the sound of the ocean. It's a gentle constriction in the throat. Become conscious of the sound of your breath and keep your mind fixated on the sound of your breath. Keep your mind attached to the fact that it feels good to breathe with consciousness. That's why we're all in love with this practice. Okay, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, put your knees down on the ground. Shift your booty back, look forward with your heart. Reach up and interlock your fingers over your head. Draw your tailbone down and lift your right knee up and into your chest. Big step forward with your foot. As you breathe in, scissor your legs. Go up with your waist, up with the arms, and you'll side bend over to the right. Now while you're doing this, I want you to compact your two hips together. It's really hard to translate from the mind into the body, but try your best. And push up with the right heel of the hand. As you inhale, come upright. I want you to look up, and you can lean back or lift your chest as much as feels right. And then bow forward, taking your hands to blocks or onto the floor. Straighten your front leg, and then choose whether you'd like to potentially undulate the spine. Choose if you'd like to flex your front foot and spread your toes. Choose if you're just going to stay flat-footed with hands on blocks, folding down the front thigh. All are perfect as long as it's a choice that feels conscious and it's a choice that feels right for you. Take one more breath into your back body. Your lungs are mostly in your back, so breathe into your back. Exhale. As you breathe in, bend your front knee forward, look forward. And you'll take a twist to the right, propping up high on your left fingertips. And then I want you to just level out the two sides of your pelvis. So the right sacral half will lower down, the left will raise up, and you'll rotate from the center of your spine, feeling length through your collarbones. Your arms are just accentuating the length through the collarbones. Big inhale, fold back down into your legs. As you breathe in, stand. Did we have a weirdness there? I just realized I didn't put my thing on airplane mode. Okay, so you're in Ardha Uttanasana at the top of the mat. You'll fold back down into your legs. Okay, inhale, stand all the way up, raise your arms over your head to the top. Exhale, take a side bend to the right. So your right hand's gonna push into your outer hip. You'll side bend way, way over to the right. Inhale, come all the way upright. Arms reach up, look up. Side bend over to your left. Oh crap, wait. So sorry for everyone. Let me just make sure this is connected here. So sorry, my mission friends who are here. I live stream in 2 places at once, and right now the other connection is, so hold on 1 second. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, Hill, I'm here. Okay, is everyone here? Is everyone here? Can everyone hear me? Can everyone hear me? Are we good? Could everyone hear me? Yes? Ugh, okay. Take 2. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay, so let's come to Ardha Uttanasana, which is where I lost my focus. So separate your 2 feet as wide as your hips. Slip your hands up onto your shins. Extend your sternum forward with a big breath in. And exhale, fold into your legs. I want you to take your arms behind your back and interlock your fingers, right thumb on top. You're gonna stretch your arms long and then bend your knees until your pelvis comes level with your shoulders. And then you're gonna pick your belly up and off of your thighs. You're gonna firm your belly and you'll take a twist to the right so that the right shoulder head leans back, your skull leans back, and then come back to the middle. Do the same thing, twist to the left. Breathing in. Exhale, turn to face your belly to the floor. Take 1 more breath in. And you'll fold into your legs. Flip the backs of the palms down and your palms to face up. Inhale, stand up. Raise your arms up to the ceiling, gaze up. As you exhale, bring your right hand to your outer hip and take a big side stretch over to the right. Same thing, other side. Inhale, rise up. Exhale to the left, heel of the hand on the widest part of hip. Inhale, come upright. Gaze up towards your hands, look at your thumbs. As you exhale, fold down into your legs. Breathe in, left leg steps back into a lunge. Look forward and move your pubis forward, open your collarbones. Exhale, step into a plank pose. I want you to hold your plank. Just take your upper inner arms and rotate them forward. Charge your legs and then hug into the midline. Pitch forward slightly, pressing through your toes, and lower into a Chaturanga Dandasana and pause where you'll put your pelvis and thighs down. Slide your toes back, firm your legs, and then roll your shoulders onto your back as you start to pull with your hands. And then shift to hands and knees. Extended child's pose, put your forehead on the ground, and just let that stretch out the muscles in your back. Inhale forward onto hands and knees. Tuck the toes, look up, cow spine. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. Okay, couple of breaths, just to lengthen out the sides of the waist. Shift your weight back into your legs. Slide your shoulders slightly up towards your ears, but widen them a ton. Take 1 more breath in. And as you exhale, put your knees down on the ground. Look forward, reach all the way up to the ceiling, interlock your fingers. Press your pubis forward, keep your toes tucked. Raise your left knee up and take a big step forward. Inhale, scissor legs, compact hips in. You'll take your side stretch over to the left. Push the left heel of the hand up higher than the right. As you inhale, you come upright. You turn your palms in, you explore a back bend. Exhale, fold, blocks or not. Straighten both of your legs, hiking the pelvis back a little bit more. And then choose to be still or choose to move and undulate. Keep your breath rich and full and continuous. As you breathe in, bend your front knee forward, open your chest, move your blocks wide again. Take your twist to the left. And I want you to find verticality through the arms as you look to maneuver and refine your pelvis. So you want your right hip to lift away from the floor at 3 o'clock. You want your left hip to lower down towards the floor at 9 o'clock. Take a big inhale. Top arm circles back and then down. Look up. Step up, separating your 2 feet. Ardha Uttanasana. Here we are again. Exhale, fold into your legs, arms behind your back, left thumb on top. Extend your arms away from your back. As you breathe in, come into skier's pose, bending your knees, raise your ribs off of your thighs, and then slip your shoulders away from your ears. Aim to stay parallel to the floor as you twist to the left. Now your shoulders tend to dip, so keep them up, and then spin your belly and your heart down. Take the other side. Rotate to the right, and then come right back to the middle. Stay here for your inhale. And as you fold into your legs, backs of the hands on the floor, palms flip up. Inhale, stand up. Arms reach to the ceiling, tail down, back ribs inflate. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, upright. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale, come on up. Look up towards your hands, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold to your legs. You can soften your knees, drop your skull. Inhale, right leg steps back. Lunge on the left, look forward. Exhale, left foot steps back, plank pose. Supercharge your legs. Helps make this pose easier. Upper inner arms rotate forward, and you lean forward slightly, bend your elbows halfway down. Pause. Pelvis and thighs to the ground. Roll your shoulders onto the back and pull with your hands. You can lift higher as long as you're pulling. Pass through hands and knees, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Everyone, big breath in. I want you to either flutter your lips or exhale and stick your tongue out. Breathe in, raise your right leg up. Exhale, step forward, lightly land back knee down, lean forward and reach your arms out. Come all the way up, interlocking fingers above the head. Anjaneyasana, side bend to the right with Baddha Angulyasana arms. Inhale, come upright, turn your palms to face in, look up. Exhale, fold into your front leg, potentially flex your foot. Breathe in, bend your front knee, twist your arm, right arm to the ceiling. Exhale, top arm circles back and down. Step forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, arms behind the back. Breathe in, bend the knees, skiers. Exhale, twist right. Inhale to the middle. Exhale, twist left. Inhale in the center. Exhale, fold to your legs, flipping your palms up. Inhale, stand up. Urdhva Namaskarasana this time. Look up. Fold right back down to your legs. Uttanasana. Inhale, left foot, right foot. Step to plank pose. As you exhale this time, I want you to slip your pelvis towards the heels of your hands. So keep your toes tucked. You're in an up dog variation. Bend your elbows. Wrap your elbow points back and catch your rib cage. As you straighten your arms, push your rib cage forward, slide your shoulders away from your ears, and then charge your legs. And then lift your pelvis up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Exhale, step forward to left thumb, back knee lands. Now, lean forward, reach your arms out, and back bend up. Interlock fingers above the head. Breathe in, go up and over to the left. Breathe out. Inhale, come upright, turn your palms and look up. Explore your back bend. Exhale, fold, straighten both of your legs. Maybe flex your foot. Breathe in, bend front knee, twist to the left. Top arm circles, look forward and step up. Inhale, chest opens. Exhale, fold, arms behind the back. Breathe in, bend your knees, ears closed. Exhale, twist left. Inhale in the center. Exhale, twist right. Inhale at the middle. Exhale, fold, flipping the palms. Inhale, stand up. Urdhva Namaskarasana with the palms pressing. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold to your legs. More cleanly, right foot, left foot, plank. And more cleanly still, exhale, tuck toes upward facing dog. Big breath in here, pull with the heels of the hands. Exhale, pike the pelvis back. 3 breaths while you clean up your mat, move your padding out to the side if you were using it. 2 more breaths. 1 more here. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. You can take a journey to the top, either taking many steps, 2 steps, or a light hop. Feet are going to be together or separated. You pick. Inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, fold into your legs. Inhale, stand up, arms reach to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the heart. Surya Namaskar, egg. Inhale, reach all the way up, gaze up. Exhale, fold to your legs, drop your skull. Inhale, right foot, left foot, step to plank. Exhale, elbows bend halfway to the floor. Slide your toes back, point your feet as you straighten your arms. Pull with your hands, downward facing dog, shift back. We'll take 3 breaths. In. Exhale, that's 1. And again, breathe in. Exhale, 2. 1 more, breathe in. Exhale, the knees bend, you look up. You can step or hop to the top. Right leg leads this round. Inhale, grow long through the spine. Exhale, fold to your legs. Inhale, stand up, arms reach to the ceiling. Exhale, hands to the heart and down along the sides. Samastiti to Tadasana. Again, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, look up. Exhale, fold to your legs. Inhale, elongate spine, look up. Left foot, right foot, plank to Chaturanga Dandasana. Slide your toes back so this is seamless. Point your feet, straighten your elbows, pull. Downward facing dog, rolling over the toes or stepping over the feet. 3 breaths in. Exhale, now move weight back to your legs, make your sitting bones pointier. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. You can lift up through the front of the kneecaps if you're practicing with straight legs. And then bend your knees, look forward, left foot, right foot, or hop to the top. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold to your legs. Inhale, rise up, arms to the ceiling, look up. Exhale, hands to the heart, Samastiti. Release the arms, Tadasana. Last time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold into yourself. Inhale, heart extends forward. Step or jump back, bend your elbows right away, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, take your back bend. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Now, obviously, since I was directing you at the beginning of practice to really be listening to how your body was feeling and what you were needing from practice today, take rest whenever you need rest. No need to vinyasa sides if you're feeling pooped or depleted. This is meant to be a sustainable practice that really helps you to feel elevated, not depleted, okay? Now pull forward into a plank pose, and you're gonna lower yourself to the ground. You're welcome to put your knees down first, and then lower all the way down to your belly. If you have blocks, slip them low level, right outside of your skull, so there's just enough space for your head to fit in between the two blocks. Take your right arm into a cactus shape. Now, if you need visual reference, you can work anywhere between this kind of cactus shape or a slightly more extended arm. It can be anywhere as high as like 1 o'clock or down towards 3 o'clock, whether your elbow is bent or straight, okay? And then roll onto your right side and prop your fingertips in front of your chest and do anything you want with your top leg, whether you're arcing it back or you're tree posing, you're straightening your two legs. Some people who are really open like to catch the knee and lean back, but I'll let you kind of figure out what feels good for you personally. So draw your right shoulder onto the back as you're here embodying this pec stretch. This is like truly my favorite thing in the world. Could stay here all day. We can't though, so let's just take 2 more breaths. And then 1 more. Roll to your belly through your exhale and go straight into the other side. As you're rolling onto your side, make sure you're inching your arm out further away from your rib cage so that your left shoulder doesn't get congested and stopped up. Organize your legs and then slide the face of your left shoulder away from the ground as you work to slide your shoulder blade onto the back. Let's take a few really focused breaths into the left upper chest. And roll down onto your belly. Hopefully not begrudgingly like me. Okay, take your hands under your shoulders. Shift back into an extended child's pose. You can even have your toes tucked and really push your butt back a ton as you pull forward with your fingertips. And then take your dog pose again. Big breath in, lift your heels up, look up. Look outside of your pinkies really. Bend your knees generously and take a hop or 2 clean steps into yogic squat, Upavesasana, with your hands at your heart and potentially a block under your butt, okay? Squeeze elbows with knees, press into knees with elbows, and then draw your pubic bone forward as you lean back and grow the sternum up towards your thumbs. 2 big breaths. Make your neck super long and try to grow your spine. 1 more breath. Hands to the floor, flip your hips up, bring your head down, turn your feet in, and start to heel toe wide, prepping for a Skandasana on the right side. Bend your right knee, and you'll flex your left foot, and then elongate the front line of the body like you're trying to back bend. Turn your pelvis a tiny bit, goes so far. Turn your pelvis to the right, and then lift your hips up and we'll take the other side. Okay, Skandasana on the left, transfer your weight over your left leg, and then turn your pelvis. Even if you think about turning your pelvis to the left, it creates a material change in what you're feeling in the right upper inner thigh, really the whole inner seam of the leg. And then come on back to the middle and start to heel toe your feet together. It should feel like good counterpoint after that. Bend your knees, come into chair pose, Utkatasana, and you're going to take a twist to the right. So I want you to put your right hand on your right outer thigh. Cut your left elbow down to the outer knee. Really anywhere between your elbow and your shoulder or your armpit is good. Make a fist with your left hand, cup your right hand on top of it, and as you rotate your spine, you'll just start to lean back, okay?
I'm not gonna move into this deep twist right now, but great. Now, if your knees are separated, Patrick, be really careful that they don't veer in towards one another. You want to keep the feet as wide as the ankles, yeah, or you heel toe your feet together. Okay, come back to center, power through this, take a breath in, right in the middle, symmetrically, and then go on the other side. Left hand pushes into left outer waist, lean forward, take your elbow down, fist with your right, cup with your left, push down so that your rib cage rebounds off of your thighs. Good, and then many of you can let your hips sway towards the wall you're looking at and your torso lean back. That's it, yes, 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 beautiful. Okay, stay low, come back to your chair pose, Utkatasana, arms sweep up. And then stand up, bring your hands to your heart, and take a moment here to reacclimate. Lovely, rich inhale. And exhale. Slip your eyes open. Breathe in, bend your knees. You can touch the floor if you want with your middle fingers, and then take your arms up into a chair pose. Exhale, fold into your legs. Breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana, look forward. Step your right foot, left foot back. Hold for your inhale. I'm going to teach you this optional vinyasa. Exhale, move the pelvis towards the heels of the hands. Stay for your breath in. Exhale, bend your elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana, firm your belly. Breathe in, press up to plank pose. Exhale, shift back, downward facing dog. You can skip that. You don't have to do that. Breathe in, raise your right leg up. Exhale, step forward to your right thumb, keep your back knee elevated. Inhale, reach out like a Dekasana, arms alongside the ears. Back bend up as you exhale, circle your arms behind you. Breathe in, clasp the hands, straighten your front knee, lift your kneecap and elongate the arms. Exhale, pull your fist to your left waist and rebend the knee. Reach your left heel back. Breathe in, left arm lifts. Exhale, lean forward, cutting the elbow down outside of the thigh. And I want you to lean back and pull your right upper arm away from your rib cage. Firm up the outer hips so they're hugging in. Hands to the floor. Well, step to plank. Optional vinyasa, bend your elbows. Come to your tuck toes, upward facing dog. Either go back to your dog pose or rebend your elbows and firm your belly. Press up to plank pose, breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, the leg lifts up. Exhale, step forward, back knee stays lifted. Reach your arms out, Dekasana, alongside the ears. Back bend up as you exhale and circle your arms back. Breathe in, straighten your front legs, slide your arms long. Exhale, fist to your right waist as you rebend the knees. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, turn towards the front leg, cut your elbow down. Lean back, peel your left arm away from your rib cage. Potentially look up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Breathe in, plank pose. Regular vinyasa or stick with me, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, tuck toes, upward facing dog. Exhale, option to rebend your elbows. Really firm your belly to support the back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time, inhale, right leg lifts. Let's do this a little quicker. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, reach out, back bend. Exhale, arms circle behind the body. Inhale, straighten the knee, arms long. Exhale, fist to the left as you bend the knee. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, cut the arm down. Breathe in, facilitate your twist. Stay for the duration of your exhale. Inhale, hands to plank. Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, come to a back bend. Either down dog or rebend your elbows to Chaturanga. Inhale to a plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last time, left leg lifts. Exhale, step forward. Reach out, Dekasana, back bend up. Exhale, circle the arms. Inhale, the knee straightens, arms lengthen. Exhale, bend the knee, hands to the right. Inhale, right arm sweeps up. Exhale, lean forward, elbow
Lean back as you exhale. Facilitate your twist. Stay through your exhale. Inhale, hands to plank. Step back. Bend your elbows or hold a plank. Come into a back bend. Shift back to your dog or re-bend your elbows. Inhale up to a plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Everyone, big breath in. I want you to open your mouth super wide. Stick your tongue out, lion's roar. Inhale, right leg lifts. This is different. Step to your right thumb. Look at your back foot. Hop it 2 inches wider and then spin your heel to the ground. Really sharp angle. Bend your front knee forward. Come on up into Virabhadrasana 1. Now you're welcome to slip your hands to your pelvis as you're negotiating squareness in the hips. Pull your right inner thigh back as your left pelvic half turns forward. Move your rib cage forward and up so that you're crawling your back ribs up a little ladder. Arms come overhead. You can seal your palms or keep them separated as wide as the shoulders. 2 breaths in and exhale. 1 more, inhale. Open to warrior 2 as you exhale. Let's take a reverse triangle. Straighten your front leg, reach up and back. Lift your right hip up. Exhale, reach forward. Pass your toes, and then set up triangle pose. Use a prop if you'd like it. Now draw your tailbone towards your back heel. Rotate your spine, and take your right shoulder onto your back. Stay here. Look up towards your top thumb. Couple of breaths. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. 1 more, inhale. And exhale, look to the floor. As you breathe in, bend your front knee coming up into warrior 2. And really challenge yourself to come into like a juicy expression of your own warrior 2. Spin your left inner thigh inward and back. Let your left hip turn up slightly towards the top left corner of the mat. But spin your ribs open. Bend your front knee 2 breaths. In. Exhale. 1 more. Exhale, hands to the floor. Breathe into a plank. You can vinyasa or you can skip it. This is it for standing poses. Only 3 held postures. Inhale, left leg lifts. First pose is Virabhadrasana 1. So step forward. Widen your back foot so your heels are just out of alignment. Sharply turn the foot down and come on up to warrior 1. Arms over your head. Now, hold the left pelvic half back as you rotate right side forward. Pull up through the low belly, and then rather than sinking into your lumbar spine, move your chest forward and up, up, up. 2 breaths. One more. You can open to your warrior 2, adjust your feet so you're on the midline of your mat. Front leg straightens, lean back, triangle pose, reach out past your toes, grab your block if you're using it. Trikonasana. So push the left foot forward as a means to deepen your left hip crease. Draw your tailbone towards back heel so that you're really filling out the low back. We tend to be in this kind of sway back shape. And then rotate your rib cage as you look up to your right thumb with your left eyeball, potentially. Breathe in. And breathe out. Then just 1 more, breathe in. Look down. Bend your front knee. Come on up into your warrior 2. Nice and deep expression of your own pose. So that doesn't mean it has to look like mine. Just has to feel like a full expression for you in particular. Rotate your right inner thigh back. Draw your tail down, lift your low belly up. Bend your front knee and make sure that the pelvis is your left hip and the left thigh. 2 breaths here. In and out. 1 more. In. Hands to the floor. Breathe into a plank. Vinyasa or skip it. Take a big inhale. Exhale, put your knees down on the ground. Shift your butt back. Child's pose with your arms reaching towards the back of your mat. Breathe just 2 breaths up into the back of your rib cage. Okay, come on up, right? I want you to grab your pigeon prop that you prepared for yourself. I'm just folding my blanket up like it's a mock bolster. And I'm putting it at it's just north of the halfway point on my mat. It's just forward of that. And I'm gonna take a pigeon pose on the right side. So I'll bring my whole right shin forward in front of the padding. And I'm going to wrap my left hip forward towards my right heel. And I'll stay upright for a brief moment. And then you will either do this actively or passively. If you have 2 actual blocks, I want you to put one on the medium facet and one on the tall facet just beyond it. They're just north of my ankle on the lower portion of my shin, okay? Now, don't worry if you don't have blocks, because it works without blocks. I want you to kind of take a side stretch over towards your right thigh, and you'll put your left elbow down, just like you did in your revolved chair pose. Put your elbow down and make a fist with your left hand. Cup your right hand around it, and as you lean back, I want you to lay your rib cage down onto the blocks. Now, if you don't have a blocks or set of blocks for your ribs, you're just going to be pushing down and keeping your ribs elevated. So it's just a more active pose, but you'll receive all the same benefits. In fact, it's in some ways more beneficial to not use the blocks. But it really just all depends on what you're looking to create in your practice today. Okay, so just take a couple of breaths and heavy your right butt down. So it wants to roll, especially as you move into a deeper twist. Your right butt wants to lift up, round it down. Untwist. Come back up onto your palms. So nice, everyone. That's a really intense experience. Okay, move your blocks and circle your back leg forward. Now what I want you to do is set up your thighs for Gomukhasana. Okay, so your knees will be stacked, one on top of the other. And then you're looking to bring as much symmetry into the legs as possible. So lift your feet up so they're almost around the same point, right and left side of the mat. You can lift up your butt, move your whole pelvis to the right, and then drag your right butt cheek open as you come back to the middle. Set your blocks up if you have them, creating like a tower, or you'll just use your knee as the tower instead. Eagle wrap your arms, right arm underneath the left arm. And then, even though it's so hard, tip forward towards your pubis. Lift your elbows up, and then lean forward and set your elbows down on your blocks or your knee. And if that is unavailable to you, just stay upright, because likely it is still a big stretch for your outer hips, okay? If you can, just lay your chin on top of your left set of biceps. And take 2 breaths. And I want you to think you're breathing as low and wide across your lumbar spine as you can. Okay, so make it feel like you're breathing so big that you feel that downward pressure into the cavity of your pelvis. Good. Come on up. Under your arms. You can open them out wide so it kind of elongates the collarbones and opens the chest. Move your blocks. And you're just going to retrograde this series. Circle your left leg back. back into your starting position. I was just on hands and knees, but you're welcome to take a dog pose. And then you'll take the left side with your left shin coming forward. And what's really important is that you situate your pelvis on top of your blanket and not slightly forward or behind your blanket. Okay, stay upright for a sec. You can set up your blocks. If you use them, round one. And then you'll crawl your heart over your left knee, left shin, left thigh. Right elbow sets down. You make a fist with your bottom hand. Cup the top hand around it like you did in your chair. And then as you lean back, just gracefully lay your ribs down onto your blocks, keeping your left butt heavy. Okay? Yeah, and especially if you're taller than me, it's not like a black and white organization of the blocks. Sometimes you need like 4 blocks to set that up appropriately. Good. Can you turn the back of your skull down so you really look up to the ceiling? Yeah. Beautiful, everyone. So nice. And then come on out of it. Undo it. Good. As your torso comes upright, circle your back leg all the way around and forward, and then nestle your knees on top of one another so that they're right aligned with your belly in the center of your spine. Okay? So tricky. This is a sensational pose. Also my arch nemesis. Slip your feet up to symmetrical sides as much as feels available. Blocks are in front of you. Left arm under right. Spin your thumbs left so you get a really tight wrap of the arms. Wrist forward away from your face, Tony. And then lean forward until your elbows set down on the blocks. That's it. Your chin can rest on your upper arm. And then it's big in the outer hips, so breathe as a coping mechanism. Breathe to calm your mind. And this is one of those moments where it feels good. Like, attach your mind not to sensations you're feeling, but attach your mind to your beautiful conscious breath, because that's going to be a much more pleasurable experience than just fixating on what does not feel good. Okay, come on up. Undo it. Oh, so nice. Hands to the floor. Take your back leg or your front leg all the way back. Hands forward. You can step into your dog pose or step to hands and knees and kind of move around a little bit on hands and knees. Good. And then just put your knees down onto the ground. We're just going to stretch the quads a little bit before we do a brief back bend. It's going to be a restorative back bend. So I want you to step your right foot to the floor, keep your left set of toes tucked, and bring your hands behind you onto the ground. And all you'll do is tuck your tail under, which will pull on the fibers of the quadriceps in a big, big way, so that your knee is anchoring down, pulling on the lower fibers, your pubis is pulling up, pulling on the upper fibers. And you're welcome to lift your hips as much as you'd like. You can do this with a pointed foot. It will do the same thing, but it'll be a little bit less intense. And then let your butt come down to the floor. You can shift forward and just take the other side. Okay, so your left foot will step down. Your right toes are tucked or they're pointed. Fingers come behind you onto the floor. Lift your butt up and tuck your tailbone under. Anchor the knee down and pull the pubis, pull the belly up as you open your chest. You can also point your right foot if this is too intense on the toes or the sole of the foot. And then shift yourself forward. And then cross your legs, take your blocks with you, and recline all the way down onto your backs. Okay, so once you're down there, your back flat on the floor, pelvis on the ground, bend your knees. And let's push the feet down and lift the hips up and slip the supported bridge. Now, you can either have your blocks on the medium facet side by side to support the width of your pelvis, or you can stack them for a little extra height on the lowest facet. Take your arms and grab onto the outer edges of your mat. And just take your shoulders under the back a little bit more so your chest puffs up and opens up. Good. And then you can relax your arms a little bit. You can release the grip of your mat and just let your palms face up to the ceiling. And just let the shape of this pose make its imprint on the body, working to open the front line of the body. As you just take rest in this shape. Close your eyes. You can have a gentle rocking of your head from right to left. Just to unlock any tension that you might be feeling in the neck, the shoulders. So this is a beautiful pose that you can embody, especially now as we're all isolated at home and spending a lot of time potentially sitting and not necessarily out in the world. What you can do is put a boundary between your inner legs, like a yoga block on the skinny facet, or like a towel, a thick towel between your inner thighs, and then belt your legs together so that you don't have to hold the legs at all. And you can come up onto this supported bridge and then just stay in a restorative way. You can also do this with your legs up the wall. Same exact belting and organization of your thighs and blocks under your pelvis, but with your legs extended up a wall. Feels quite nice and restorative for the legs. Okay, I want you to press your feet down, lift your hips, and just remove one of your blocks. Everyone come to one low level block. And then press your feet down, lift your hips, remove a block, and come all the way down. Take your knees and just allow them to windshield wiper from right to left, just really gently to unload the SI joints. And then just raise your knees or your feet off of the floor. And I want you to just catch your kneecaps with your hands. So you're just going to let your legs kind of dangle off of your hands. Cupping the kneecaps, and then make small circles in either direction with your hands, with your kneecaps, just so that it feels like a little sacral massage. And then set up your last pose, which is either Shavasana or a seated meditation. No matter how you're choosing to end your practice, the body should be at ease. So that means if you're sitting upright, elevate your butt. Sit up high so that your knees can drape down and away from your pelvis. relaxation taking over. Feel your body spread out and soften. Imagine that your muscles are kind of melting away from your bones. And you're this pile of person on the ground, fully surrendering. Please stay in your rest if you need more time. Otherwise, bring your hands onto your belly and take a few bigger breaths into your hands. Just enjoy that conscious breath. Your knees roll to your right. Use your hands and set up an intelligent seat where you're sitting on something with your legs crossed. Your shoulders relaxed. And a lift through your crown. Hold some grace in your state of mind. And just thank yourself for choosing to spend your time in a way where you're elevating your health and your mental wellness right now. So take your hands into a prayer at your heart and just thank yourself for all of your efforts today. Let's all breathe in together. Clear it out. Slow, deep breath in for Om. Deep gratitude for each one of you. Thank you for your continued presence and attention. I so appreciate you all. Take care of yourselves. Sending tons of love to those near and far. I'll see you all again, okay? Take care.